Well, exactly. You know, the reality is, if I came into this one, and you told me that BREN were going to be the stronger team than Tiger, even after the decent performance we saw from them the other day, I wouldn't be agreeing with you. But right now, I'm nodding my head like, yeah. I'm moving my hips like, yeah.
Yeah, stop. We get it. Dear Lord. So bad.
So, oh no. So
we just do a whole cast based off Miley Cyrus lyrics and make everybody just want to end their lives.
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
Oh god.
Oh, but anyways, they've got their hands up over on the T side because they've lost a player. This is
there's a party over on A.
That is true. There's a party on A, and it looks like the lights are flashing. I wonder if they're doing the line dance, but we'll have to wait and find out. Because the CTs are on their way through. We're going to see it from their perspective as the shots start to land. One on the board for Cabal already. Derek, he's just ducking underneath. He's playing the limbo, and the bullets are the bar, and somehow they're not hitting him just yet. Still alive. How has Derek survived this long? He's eventually dealt with. And even with the damage done to Urkast and Cabal, it is not enough. 4 seconds left on the clock as the bomb is defused. And Tiger get their 1-0 start.
Yeah, Urkast again, off to a flying start for him. 3 kills in the pistol round. I do wonder if we're going to see an investment here, because not like the bomb plant is nice when we talk about these sort of 4-spy rounds, but the main thing is not just the bomb plant, but getting a couple of kills here and there, because that puts you over the 3,000 marker. That makes a lot of these purchases a little bit easier if you want to go for the Galils, etc. So actually, we're just going to see BREN take a moment. They're going to go for a few pistols, attempt to do some damage. Even a kill or two here could make things really awkward for Tiger going into round number 3. And then they'll be coming in with basically everything. No AWP unless they go glass cannon, or if they get the bomb plant down, which I'd be fairly impressed if they do. But that would go against sort of what we've been seeing so far in this match. As said, there haven't been too many sort of crazy off-the-cuff plays based off pistol rounds.
Wait, what weapon did Derek have? Was it a deagle? If it was, and the formula is complete. And it might be BREN's round. You never know. We'll find out shortly whether he had a deagle or not. We can determine that based on if they win the round. As they look to move in towards this A site. The shot not landing for Papi Chulo, but he's just harassing over towards short. There's no one there, but he wants to make his presence known. As BREN look to push out onto the site. And this is a very spread out formation by Tiger, but they have got crossfires in towards CT. 2 players lurk down. Urkast dropped after 1. And now they're in a little bit of danger. If CT gets pressured, it could end very, very badly. But 9, he's spamming away. Cabal's here to help him. And that is going to be a nice, easy, and quick round. The plan for Connector not working out as they just couldn't deal with the short player.
Well, this is where things should get a little bit tougher for the side of Tiger. Still, they managed to at least keep things relatively clean in the previous round, so it shouldn't be too awkward for them. But financially, going into the next round, if they were to lose this one, they'd be in some real trouble. And with the T's setting up for what looks like a fairly standard execution. This was something we saw regularly in the Tai Lu match. Jobu, that is so aggressive. It's actually going to give a fairly simplistic opening for BREN. Push now begins to come in onto the A site. The full rotations here. CT control going to be gathered back up as they've already got the connector, and the T's actually looking to try and face in that direction. Even a little bit of team damage coming through as Witz has gone pushing over the top of the stairs through the smoke, and they've managed to gain connector control. It's only Urka standing, but that might be enough. He manages to find 2. Unfortunately, the rest of his teammates have gone with the wind and leaving just Cabal. I think he's being expected. Derek won't be able to finish him off, but surely someone else will. A risky peek for Pro. Not a fan, but he gets away with it. Stop. You know way too many Miley Cyrus lyrics. Like it's actually worrying. God's sake. I get it. Yeah, this is where Tiger again. We're going to see this double orb setup. And it wasn't overly impressive in the last map, to say the least. I think that might be the understatement of the year. Like, 9 didn't do particularly well, and Cabal on the B side, well, he was... I almost want to use the word liability. Like, it was a 1 kill and die every time, which, when you're investing that much money into a player every single round, it doesn't really seem worth it. 9 will get away with the aggression, though. Multiple players looking to try and put the pressure on. The flashbang comes through, but 9 still holding strong. Not the most conventional spot for an AWPer, but he's making it work. Still hiding in the corner, and the Molotov forces him out eventually, but he's already hit the shots that were needed. It's left on to Pro. And he will get nothing done. What a round from 9, and oh, he's managed to convert them a third fairly easily, of course, for the T's, managing to build up some bank over the last couple. It's not problematic just yet. Oh.
Hello, hello. It looks like we had some tech issues there, Tom.
Oh, no.
We're good to go.
What a terrible shame.
They missed all my Miley Cyrus lyrics. No.
I don't think they did.
I'll just sing them now instead, as Sebastian said. There's always no, so for Tiger, the double op setup, right? They had that aggressive hold down B apps, but what kind of surprised me is that they stuck with a 3-man setup, even though they could see straight down and that no one was there. Then they've smoked themselves off so that they can't hold that angle, right? And double watch short. So Cabal's watching it from apps. Seems like they just want to burn up their own utility, but they're wasting the clock away. They've already used up their mollies in the apartment, so they can't slow down this push.
Nice entry, though, from BREN. They need to get that bomb onto the site, and they need to clear the back of it if they're going to have a chance. Actually, they're just sticking it. Nothing that could really be done. The CT side do eventually get one back off the back of 9. That's looked pretty good with this AWP. Well, in fact, he's only had kills with the AWP. 4, in fact, over the last couple of rounds. Dobu trying to sneak his way back through the window as his teammate sits alongside him. The first kill comes for free. The second may as well, but it's Derek. Blair pointed out that he may have been a little bit more quiet in the last map, but he started this one off strong, and unfortunately, Blair? Mitch?
Whoa.
Even.
Whoa.
You're both short. You both have too much hair. Like I think it fits.
For you, anyone has too much hair.
Yeah, everyone has too much hair when it's me.
You have too much, shave it!
Yeah, everyone should just go bald. You know?
That would be
I'd like to see Banks bald. I think that would... I think it'd be like both wonderful and horrifying at the same time. To be honest, actually, out of all the people I know, I think it would suit him the least. Just even though I've seen pictures of him bald, I just think now it would suit him the least.
I can see it.
Except maybe like Frankie, but you know.
Yeah, I don't imagine no hair.
You can't get rid of those curls.
No,
right? You can't. I would kill for those curls.
Well, that's disturbing. Please don't, Frankie. We're gonna get you under protective custody. Could you imagine if I just turned up
one day with like that hair? Oh,
like where's Frankie? She couldn't make it.
Don't worry, I'm here.
When I fill in, I full commit to the role. Oh. Well. Oh, nice little shot by Wits. He's doing well. You know, for BREN, it feels like once they pick up one round, it's like they can't stop. And they won't stop. You know what I mean? Like, can't you see it's them who owns the night? Because it's really BREN that's about that life. That's what I'm saying. And when I look at the 4-3, it just really feels like BREN are in the prime position. They're looking like the stronger team, all in all.
Yeah, I'd agree. I really haven't been impressed, especially because, like, coming into this, obviously, I did a little bit of the, like, Asia one, I believe, or that might have been the Pro League thing that was straight after it. And didn't do anything to do with the second one. So I can't say I've seen all of the matches that happened in the last, but obviously when a team manages to beat Kailu to the punch of winning one of these RMR events, I'm sort of sat there going, okay, they must be good, right? They must be a good team because no one beats Kailu in anything. Again, it would be the same if we were talking about Renegades. Like, if someone beats Renegades, I'm now looking at that team and being like, okay, they must be decent. But from what we've seen so far, like, they seem incredibly reliant on Urcast, which I wasn't necessarily expecting, even though I was expecting him to be the best player in this team. I was hoping that there'd be a little bit more to it than that. But yeah, they seem to just have to have him performing well. I don't think BREN are doing anything like crazy, like impressive. I think they're just a better team fundamentally. This round is a mess, and I think Dobu is eventually going to get away with this kill. It's left on to Pappy. Had a few good rounds, played a good first map, but this might be one that's a little bit of a bridge too far.
Yeah, I think so. He's just dropped off as well, giving away his position. They know that he's moving towards underpass at this point, and you know, getting out of this alive is not going to be all too easy if they do decide to hunt him down. I will say that the CT side could definitely do with saving over their weapons, though, so I doubt they'll overextend into hunting him. At least I would doubt that if I couldn't see Urcast, because he's on his way up behind. He really wants to take this weapon away. And just econ-wise, that does not pay off. Like, they literally have no cash on the CT side. They need to drop a weapon in the next round. And BREN, there's no way you're going to force them into a position where they're completely uncomfortable. Like, losing one rifle isn't going to make that much of a difference. So I'm glad that Tiger, even though they are trying to hunt him down, that they haven't managed to find him.
Oh, I can still go for a buy here. It wouldn't be the best, but I think it's definitely the better option of the two, with one of your players already having enough for a purchase. Good round from Dobu, but again, this is what I mean when I talk about the side of Tiger. Like, 2 of the rounds they've won since the initial stages have been one triple kill AWP from 9 where he gets aggressive, and now 2, a triple kill rifle where Dobu gets aggressive. Like, that's not filling me with confidence in your CT side. And it's similarly to what we saw from Hatzao earlier, where they did well on the CT side because they were just able to aggress everything and catch players out. And then when it came to their T side, they were poor. Now, luckily for Tiger, Urka seems to kill it on the T side. But this is one of those maps where a lot of the time I feel like roles get reversed and teams are able to do so much more on the CT side just because of how aggressive it can be. Pappy, though, leading the charge. And once again, they like to put the pressure on this B site. A bit of an awkward early fight as Cabal will drop him with the nade. But they managed to get the site and get a bomb plant without really that much resistance. Similarly to what we saw on the last map. But the B site of Mirage, I feel like there's more opportunities here for the CT side, at least, to retake it.
You know, I Well, hold on. Actually, let's take a look at the retake that's being mounted by Tiger. The lineup was there, but no kill following through. Pro and Micro able to do the damage, and Tiger are desperately trying to claw back into this one, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen as BREN shut it down again. You know, I do like the idea of going aggressive and finding a couple of those kills, but it isn't consistent. It isn't something you can repeat over, and as soon as your opponents get a read that you're just pushing up and taking those individual tools, it's not going to be repeatable because they're going to just shut you down. They're going to play against it. Really what I'm saying is that, yeah, a little bit of both is good. Bit of aggression, but sometimes you've got to play the other way around, right? You got to get the best of both worlds. Sometimes you push, but sometimes you chill it out, take it slow, and wait for your chance. Then you rock out the show.
Let's say, how do you even know this? This many lyrics, like seriously, do you just listen to Miley Cyrus all day?
Dude, I used to love Hannah Montana, and I had Miley's first album as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid.
The most recent song I've quoted.
You just sat in your room going, so I throw my hands up. You've got the wig on. You're like, oh, now I'm Hannah.
Oh God.
Just you have it on one side of your face and you're looking in the mirror and you're just turning like, hey Mitch, hey Hannah.
Oh God, what the hell is this?
That's your life.
This is a disturbing fantasy you have, Tom.
Definitely. This is the man who knows all Miley Cyrus lyrics.
Oh man.
Oh. He's actually managed to avoid that quite well. That Molotov has not quite gone to plan. Now, this is another force buy out from Tiger. Their economy is in the dirt, but they've started things off quite well. The worry I have is that, again, we're seeing a one-site weakness, this B-site defense. It's the same two players as well, Cabal and NCL. I just don't think they particularly work too well together. Nice work from NCL this time, though. The pistol goes well. And hey, maybe that was the problem. They had too many rifles. Because whatever they just did there managed to work. They did throw an extra player into the mix as well and use the rifles to the good. And unfortunately, that's going to hurt BREN. And again, it's sort of looking at them. I think they've definitely been the better team. But yeah, I'm just not sure about like NCL and Cabal playing off of each other. Like as said, in this round it works wonderfully, but I'm not sure how that's something that can be recreated. I think Cabal, so far, seeing him on the second AWP hasn't been good. Like it's been a kill every once in a while, but not anything that I think warrants the investment. And then because of that, NCL seems to be left in pretty awkward positions all the time. So I don't know. I've not been completely impressed with that. And now we're going to see what is a fairly poor purchase coming out from BREN. They're going to go for this execution, try and get into an afterplant position. Nice flashbang through. It's not even going to be a kill, though. Happy set up wonderfully. And they needed that. That was meant to be the opener that sets them up in the afterplant. Now they're faced with no utility, a single rifle, and a 4 versus 5.
Not a likely position, and they're being absolutely massacred. The save call is made as Pro just runs away, and this is going to be a very easy defuse. At least they got that planned for the extra Wonga, but unfortunately it won't really help them out in the next round. Pro sitting on the AK, I think, is going to be the only one. The rest probably just down to pistols. And they'll fight up for the 7-6 score line. It's a heartbreaking loss, really. I know they only had pistols, but they got so much progress, got in there, planted the bomb, and then just fell apart.
Well, I think in that situation, they realized that if they sat back, they'd almost lost the round. Like, they didn't necessarily want to play for time just because they didn't have the weaponry to fight it. They're going to invest into this one a little bit, and Cabal, very aggressive, and nets them a kill, and actually Urkus has gone with him. A slight change of pace for the CT side, and it evolves this man once again. Still performing to a high standard. 13 kills on the board. Cabal starting to catch up with him, but the last couple of rounds have definitely boosted those stats a little bit. Now for Pappy, It's all about damage. Drop a couple of players, make it so that there have to be some rebuys, of course, with that force buy victory we saw a couple of rounds ago. There's been a big boost to the CT economy. So any cost he can create means that there's at least a chance they reset them before the end of the half.
Well, nothing's going to be happening there anyways, as Dobu is shutting down Poppy. 7-5 we go. So as I said, BREN going to be investing into this one, and with all the cash that's in play for Tiger, this has to be where they come into it in force. Only a few rounds left, a handful to be picked up, and if they want to be closing this one out 2-0, they've got to show us what we've already seen from them, a capable side. You know, at the moment, it's not like they're under pressure, though, really. Excuse me. They're essentially tied up. You know, if you disregard the pistol round, Tom, where obviously Tiger went 2-0, basically 5-5 when it comes to those buy rounds. Oh no! Urcast. He just made sure that his teammate needed a hip replacement, spraying on in. Luckily, he died, so that saved on some medical bills. That is tough. Oh, that flash is beautiful. Wow. Well, you can't do that.
Oh, Derek, there was a point where he was 7-4 in this game, so since then it has been nothing but death. A little bit of a turnaround for him, but in the wrong sort of way, and there hasn't been anyone to step up aside in Micro actually at the top of the board once more. We've started in the last couple of rounds. See a few players come into their own. Urcas being relatively proactive. 9 as well with the AWP has looked a lot better on this map than what we saw on Dust 2. And also Cabal after what was a very quiet start. But then again, he's gone back to his AWP, which I still don't think is a good investment for him. I think he's been doing fine with the rifle. And it's almost like they have a setup that they want to consistently run. And even if it doesn't work, they continuously try and force it. So I honestly think that if we saw a push in this round towards the B site, they might be able to get that AWP out of his hands without too much trouble.
Let's see if they can steal away that op. We come into what is a very, very important round for BREN to at least make some ground in. It's the second last of the half. They've gone for pistols. They've got smokes. And they really want to have a 6th. If they find this, they're on for potentially 7. We want some ground. We want some information out of this one at least as to how Tiger are playing. But Urcast pushed up close on mid. This is a good opportunity. They swing around once. Now they realize where he is, and he gets a second because they were looking over towards the window. It's worked out well, but the trades were there from Wits and Papi Chulo to pull it back and pick up some rifles. 9. Good to shut them down, bottom connector. And that's going to be utility expanded as smoke towards top con. They're all out of util completely. This has to be now the individual fights going their way, and there's a flank underway. Dobu on his way straight through the spawn. Could be causing some trouble if NCL can delay them. Oh, they're going back. They're running, though. They have no idea that he's here.
Well, that's not the prettiest spray I've ever seen. Derek, 30 seconds. Should have a fairly good idea of where he is as well. Unless there's some serious mistakes made here by Tiger. It should be their 9th round onto the board. Looking for another 10-5 half. Of course, they managed that in the first as well. I'm really sure what the plan is here from Derek. I don't know if he's just trying to save, or is he going to go back to B? This could be the ultimate game-changing play. A chance for a bomb plant. He'll have to put it down straight away, and I don't know if he's going to expect someone to come through the apartment so soon. Oh, timing going to be everything. Can he escape? He is. He's going to make it back into the market, but he's expecting someone to come from that angle. Now, he's planted for himself, obviously. And for the remaining 2, they do have a decent amount of utility as smoke, Molotov, flashbang, kits galore. This should be a really tough take for Derek. Even a bomb plant here is more than maybe could have been expected. There goes down the Molotov, but he's going to hit the shot. And actually, the smoke is thrown in as well. He's going to jump through the smoke. It's being diffused. He needs to peek. He's going to win it as well. What a round from Derek. As said, he went from, I think, 7-4 to 7-10. And now he's right back even again. A big round from him. A round that never should have been. And, well, I think Dobo especially is going to be absolutely kicking himself. An easy kill. He handed him the AK. And Derek did the rest.
That is a disaster of a round to give away. You know, when they only had the pistols, I thought maybe they can get some progress. But they got picked apart in middle. 2-man traded it out. Again, in a good position. 9 picks up 1 long range. 3v2. That's theirs. Easy peasy. And it falls apart. And considering that flank, yeah, by Dobu, that should have been the easiest of frags to pick up. So, with that said, and behind us, it's 8-6 with a full buy for BREN. And Tiger down to their last dime, but it is the final round, so it doesn't really matter. This is going to be an important one, definitely. If BREN finds 7, they're set up in, I think, a position where they can be more than happy. If anything, they will have won this half in my eyes, because they lost the pistol and the follow-up. In terms of buy rounds, they will have come out the cleaner team. And they start this one off by just a very wide spread, a blanket approach to it, waiting to see if Tiger make a mistake and get a little bit aggressive.
Well, this double AWP setup's back in play. As said, pretty much every round that Cabal's had the AWP, he's died with it. Or he hasn't had anything to do. Those are the only 2 options. I'm not a fan. I think he's a good rifler. I think we've seen that so far. I think they're forcing this secondary AWP, and I almost hope he proves me wrong in this round and like destroys them with it, but doesn't make up for the fact that he's had some real trouble when it comes to defending B with that AWP. He's actually going to rotate around, hold off the window room, make sure nobody can lurk in behind them. Molotov's being expended, and actually Dobu going to be getting aggressive here. Cabal does manage 1 alongside 9. Oh, that's awkward, and there goes 9. The trade's there for Cabal. He has stepped up in this round with the AWP. Micro. Not in the best of positions. They need to try and clear out some of these angles. Is he even going to expect the player to be in that tight corner? He's not, and Urkus peeks wide. It's left all onto Wits, and there's nothing he can do here. A closeout for Tiger. A good first half once again, with a few slip-ups along the way. And BREN not quite able to match up as much as I thought they would. They looked very good when they started breaking back and were in the lead 4-3. But after that came, well, that big mishap round, I guess, with the Deagle and the CZ, which seemed to cause a bit of a landslide half.
Well, with this position firmly cemented now for Tiger, I do still feel like BREN are in with a good fight. You know, 6 rounds lost in the pistol, it's acceptable. Quite lucky they found that pistol, to be honest. Otherwise, I'd be saying otherwise. They found that second last round, I mean, at the massive clutch that came through. This pistol is important. If Tiger want to be closing this one out, this win would help them so much. And it's going to come down to what is looking like a B hit, although I'm hesitant in saying that because they're going for some control towards bottom middle. They've got a player in window who I presume is just going to cut off rotations. That's locking down short for them and then potentially going for a flank on kitchen. And it looks like as they regroup up in apartments, that is the goal.
Oh, here we go. Micro getting tanked down very low. Nice shot from Derek to start things off. In fact, going ham with the USP. 2 already to his name. And now the flank coming in as well should put an end to this round. Pro will drop the bomb and Urkas on the lurk. He's going to have to put them back in his Dora the Explorer backpack. Joe, I've noticed, Mitch, he got 19 kills in the first half again. 2 maps. Both maps, 19 kills in the first half. But this time he almost needs to finish it. Because I think last time he ended, I want to say with 24.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly the same kind of performance in that second half.
23 even.
Well, it'll be a
Yeah, he got
1v4 for Urcast. Potentially, the pistol round ace not looking like he's caught reloading, but which whiffs. Gee, that's the most amount of missed shots I've seen in a row, but luckily someone closes it out eventually.
We got there in the end. That's all that matters. And BREN, they've taken themselves the second pistol. Now, as said, in the last map, their T side was a hell of a lot better. Like, we saw some severe weaknesses in their CT side. But when it comes to Mirage, it's the one map where I sort of flip the switch. Like, I think a lot of teams will play the CT side more like a T side. Like, they'll try and gain ground, get aggressive, and then almost execute onto their opponents. So you're going to see a lot more pushing, a lot more plays, which will probably work for this side. It's been a quiet half for Pappy, though, and it doesn't look like it's about to improve. This is already more damage than there ever should have been. There's now a rifle in Urkast's hands. They've got to get that back. And even if they do, it's only going to be a slight upgrade because Micro's not close enough to get it. So that alone is enough of a cost that if Tiger win this next round, it's not really going to matter about the ones they've just lost.
I'm gonna keep a hefty eye on Tiger coming into this one. It's nice to get a game that isn't quite so wild and wacky as what we've seen before. A competitive one at the same time, you know, one in which BREN are impressing us. The question is, do they have what it takes to win this round? And they've gone for a lot of rifles. It's a big investment, and Derek opens it up, caught Cabal out, and it managed to fall back out of apartments afterwards. I mean, he's in a nice position towards the back of the site. Has support from Pro. That flank, it's not going to work out. The SMG disappearing. And actually, I thought Pro was on short. It was actually underpass, which is why they felt the need to push up through under.
Well, there will be a trade back. Bomb is going to be picked up. They've managed to gain complete control of the A side without any real trouble. Dobu going to come down to timing. Pappy, oh, he's going to look the wrong way just at the wrong moment. Can't quite correct his aim in time. And now Dobu's going to continue to push, looking to try and catch them as they rotate in. He might be able to get another kill here, but he has been spotted. Nice shot from Pro. And that could actually turn into a problematic play. A 3 versus 2 situation, turning 2v2 after that push. Eric's just going to go wide, swinging into the site. Like, this is messy. Pro's having to try and clean things up, and that trade's actually worthwhile because he was already low on HP. Pro looking to try and find the bomb, tapping it to try and bait out the peak, and he's going to win it. A 4K from him. Honestly, he just put them on his back in that round. Like, that was a real poor retake from the remainder of the players, being caught out in silly positions, looking the wrong way. And then he just walks in and wipes everyone down like it's absolutely nothing.
Been a really interesting turn of events, but with this development, I'm really on the side of BREN on this one. I'm really seeing them as the better team. What is happening?
Would you caught yourself saying that at the beginning of the tournament?
That's what the pause was about. It was kind of like going over it. Do you know in I don't know if you've played like Detroit Become Human, or you've seen these movies with androids when they go to break their programming, and it's like, yeah, it does not compute. like yeah, BREN looked like the better team.
I imagine it like that moment. Have you seen it's in Doctor Who where he wipes his own, like he wipes his memory from the Daleks, and he goes to one of them. I'm the doctor, and he goes, Doctor Who, Doctor Who. That's what I imagine you're doing right now. Like just having a mental breakdown, trying to work out who this is.
Who's playing on BREN's account? Huh? Who is it? Tyler, is that you? What the hell?
No, I ain't Tyler.
That one's
definitely isn't Tyler.
It's Vici, if anyone.
Maybe I could accept Vici.
Yeah, Tyler, it's like, well, how many smokes have been thrown? 60. How many smokes did they push through? 2. No, it's not Tyler. So that number's about 58 too low. But yeah, no, honestly, I feel like they've definitely looked a whole lot more solid. Everything about their halves so far has played out better on both maps. And for Tiger, you know, they're leaving a lot to be desired. There we go. 2 openings to B. This is what I've been waiting to see. At this point, you know, if I'm BREN, I'm probably calling for a save. And I've complimented their decision-making so far. And it looks like at least they're not going through T-spawn, but based on Pro, I think they are going to call a save straight away. Smart boys.
Yeah, that was a surprising round. Like, Tiger went into that with basically no utility and managed to get mid control and push short almost for free. Like, took next to no damage. So, setup in this one from BREN definitely wasn't ideal. And Pro, he had a good round in the last, but he's had a fairly quiet map. And losing his gun here would be a catastrophe. Their money would not be in a good position, and he knows it. This is not a fight worth taking, but he's going to have to win one of them. Urkus, he just doesn't lose those. And he's managed to already overtake his kills from the last map. 24 and 10. NCL, I hate to do it. He's got 3 kills. Round 19. Around 20 now.
This is not ideal. You know, I think maybe the names are backwards in Micro's NCL. That'd make more sense. All jokes aside, as we said, Tiger have been leaving a lot to be desired. Didn't NCL just find a kill in that round as well? Didn't he open up B side? Did he go from 2 to 3? This late?
Sure, why not?
Wait, hold on. I can check. Yep, he was on 1 kill starting out this half. So at least he's doing better.
Hey. Oh, this is a fairly interesting purchase. Obviously, probably just going to be keeping the remaining money saved and then go for the rest with just whatever they've got left. Now, for Wits in this round, although it would be nice if he could be the hero, realistically, we want to see him either, well, if he's on the right side of the map, obviously fight for his life. If he's not, save the AWP. Like, you don't need to be over challenging here. Derek, his money is screwed anyway, so he's actually going to invest it. And actually, Micro's invested quite a lot into this round. This is not an eco. So the thing that's a bit peculiar is why Pro is saving so much money if 2 players have bought down so far that they definitely can't buy in the next round.
Yeah, I did compliment their decision making, but I guess it's in case they need double ecos. Like, they'll buy down so far now. Well, why would they buy down that far? Why would they not just wait? If they really want an op in the next round. It's odd. It definitely is. This isn't the kind of buy that I would call for, get behind. Molly under. That's going to do a lot. Smoke down. Okay. You want your pistol to swing. You want your pistol to swing. Okay, he picks up the rifle anyway, so now he's not expected. That's a free player. How much can he get done? Micro, this is all on you, bro. Has to be a massive play. He's behind the smoke. He's undetected. Bomb's being planted. He can't stop it, but he gets... Oh! Micro. Okay. Well, that's that round over and done with. Wits is going to save the op, but they're going to eco next round anyway, so what are you going to do with it?
It very nearly came close to being something, but it's one of those awkward positions where it's like you're saving for the moment where you can do something, like you're waiting for it, and then you don't quite catch the time. I think Wits is going to go down. Oh, okay. Bit of a quick scope. To at least pull one through. Bear in mind, Dobu is on for the ace here. He's already managed to get 4 kills, so he's definitely looking for this. And they're desperately trying to save. Oh, that is ridiculously close. But yeah, this is the scenario that I don't understand. Like, Pro now has $4,150 in a round where they're not buying, or at least they shouldn't be. So either he's saving so that they can get a double AWP with extra utility in the next round, or no, he's just gonna... Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Trying to mull over the possibilities of what they were aiming for, and I don't know. I guess it was just a lack of coordination in a way in that previous round, not fully understanding what was happening. 'Tis odd, that's for sure.
Interesting boost. Last few rounds have been pretty good for Tiger, and Norp seemingly going to go down here. Oh, no, Witz is trying to escape. Definitely taking some pointers from James. And is just going to be falling back to try and hold that into the next round. He should have some cannon fodder to try and guard it alongside him. It's 12 now, though, for Tiger. So the last few rounds, because of the purchases not coming up for BREN, because of those closer rounds that we had in the initial stages, as we saw from the stat, like I think on average, when it comes to HP at the end of rounds, theirs was above by like 80 or something. So rounds when BREN were winning were much closer. Tiger managing to win fairly dominantly has left them with lots of cash for the next coming rounds, and the CT side have little to nothing.
It's an upsetting one for BREN. You know, you're so close to just slapping back into this and defeating Tiger 2-0. But now in that spot where you might start to fall behind. Yeah, 9-12. I think this is their last chance to really maintain any favor that I have swinging their way. Even still, with the money built up for Tiger, it is going to be a tough one. As we said before, it's going to be an uphill battle. But here we go for BREN. The defense, the climb is beginning. Moving towards the back of the site. Micro, he's given up a lot of position on that one. He's come back over, though, in time to help out his teammate on this crossfire. But he's been split on short. They weren't aware, they weren't ready. And they're not finding even a single kill on that B-hold. That was... I mean, they looked lost, Tom. They really looked lost.
Yeah, but I'm seeing similarities between both the teams. It's a bit peculiar that the B site's the weakness, because the A site's the one where you get a lot more free duels. There's the set smoke, set executes, which basically just allow you to gain a lot of space and get after plant positions, isolate people with Molotovs. And the B site's normally the one that's a little bit tougher to crack. Here has been the polar opposite for both squads. Like, both teams have been able to find a fair amount of entries, and this has just turned into saving simulator for BREN. Like, it's just not a good CT side. And I was kind of hoping that after again having a weaker first half that we'd see some sort of resurgence from them, but realistically it's looking like Tiger are going to be taking us to a third, because as of right now BREN have shown nothing on their CT side.
Got to look at things from BREN's perspective. They've got a lot of money stacked up on wits. What do they do with it? They could potentially fight into this round if they wanted to, with the AWP already in play. Picking up a few M4s alongside Papi Chulos, I think. Yep, that's what they're going to go with. FAMAS even can be dropped over to Micro. You'll get a pretty decent all-round investment. And that's what they're going to do. Okay. So 2 M4s dropped. FAMAS dropped. Witz is getting an award at the end of this round for just being selfless, donating to his teammates. But it also means, Tom, that they've put all their chips on the table, right? They are all in on this round, and if they lose it, kiss goodbye to the possibility of winning in regulation and probably of winning full stop. This B hold has been the weakness, and I think Tiger has sniffed that out as they look to B to take that early fight. And the nades are huge. Cabal onto 7 HP. He's been mollied. He's been fragged. And he might be fragged very soon. Indeed he is.
And the thing is, though, again, he almost knew that he was going to be the distraction in this round. Picking up a Mac 10 when you have $9,200 pretty much states that you're trying to be that distraction. However, BREN have done a much better job this time, and Papi even coming in on the flank. They have the information that these remaining 2 players are locked in, so they can still gamble everyone in towards this B site. And actually, Tiger aren't even trying to retreat. They're just going to walk in to what is the stack. And how have they come out with 2 kills, Mitch? This doesn't make sense. This is a crossfire of every single member of their team, and it's come back to a 2v2. Papi finally coming in from behind And with NCL being tagged by the nade, there shouldn't be a chance for him here. He is still surrounded, but the amount of players that surround him has diminished severely since the early stages of this round. He's actually going to try and pressure onto his opponent. There's a real chance he's going to be able to get him from behind. And it's another kill for NCL. And he's going to run the gauntlet. Or is he? Oh, this could be the big brain play. He's tried to bait a rotation out. This is his third kill of the round. And you can see already that Pappy is peeking in onto short, trying to spot the man going in that direction. But he's in fact just going to plant in his initial position on this B site. The bomb goes down and Pappy's gone the wrong way. He's just realized, but that's still an extra few seconds wasted. And with an aggressive position in the market, maybe an educated guess as to where the last player is coming from without spotting anything for the next few seconds, and a fairly good plant position as well for NCL. This is still just going to have to be a pretty tasty headshot for Pappy, and he has absolutely no idea where this last man's going to be standing. So many positions to check. Bomb going to be attempted. Not now, please. Is he going to throw it away? Just about. NCL pulls off the clutch. He wanted to make us sweat at the end. A 2 versus 5. BREN, get out of here. We're going to train.
This is a disgrace of a round to lose every single player. They just went in one at a time, gave every opportunity to them. I've never seen such a blunder in my life. Came close in the end, having to go over to that extra weapon. But he gets it closed out. And oh man, can you imagine being BREN right now? They were in a spot where I was saying they looked like the better team, and Tiger slapped them. They have turned up on the T side on a whole nother level. And BREN, they made every mistake under the sun. Like, that round was virtually unthrowable. And they threw it like Captain America's shield. It was gone.
Yeah. I think we're starting to see the old BREN start to leak. Also, actually, a bit like Captain America, but that's another thing altogether. And yeah, we're gonna have to actually buy into this round. Not goodbye. And I'll be honest, at this point, I think they're fighting an uphill battle. That's the sort of round that's going to completely pump up Tiger, and they're already winning everything they attempted. I honestly don't know how they lost that round. That's something that I'm hoping that I could Men in Black wipe from my mind. But, you know, unfortunately, other than ramming my head repeatedly into a wall, technology like that doesn't quite exist.
Oh man, I mean, overall, this is a disaster. It's a terrible position for BREN, and losing this round will be the end of the run in this map, more than likely. They're being, oh, look at this, one after another, just being shut down. They got back into it in a 5v4, and then it just crumbles in their hands. Papi Chulo trying to get it done. He grabs one, moves over towards Palace. That defuse in the open is clearly vulnerable to Urcast, who just shuts him down. That's the end of the round. 10 seconds left. No time. And Pappy's got to run for the hills.
Urcast is having a pretty damn unbelievable series. He's looking to try and compete with the likes of Ronan as well, but I don't think he's quite going to get that many. That was, I think he averaged 29, so unless we are going to see I think he'd need something like 37, 38 going into the last map to be able to do that, but you never know. He has been performing to a very high standard. 29 kills for him. We've seen Dobu 18 alongside Cabal. And on the other side, it's not even like they've necessarily had bad individual performances, just that B side has been so weak, and the CT sides of both of these teams have been incredibly disappointing. Like, even with the fact that well, I guess it went slightly better for the side of Tiger. There were still rounds on their CT side where I was like, yeah, not really impressed. And I think if it was one of the top teams within the region, where we would see a completely different story. Now, Pappy's been trying to get aggressive a lot in these rounds. And as you can tell from his KD, and by this, not been going particularly well. He had a teammate ready on an anti-flash angle, and all right. Not saying that that's an angle you should check, but that's definitely an angle you should check. Luckily, Cabal is going to be here to turn the tide slightly, leaving Micro and Pro. Try and save them here. Troublesome second half with only first few rounds going in their favor. Pro just trying to hide in the back lines and has Micro running the gauntlet to try and get himself back in. Pro does manage one, but now it's the UMP versus the world. 35 seconds left for the T's to make their move, and NCL having a small resurgence here, getting a few kills towards the end of this game, but really needed to have an incredible performance. Just get the bomb down, play things safe, not overface, and Micro with a weapon that hasn't been good for a while after its nerf shouldn't really stand a chance here.
No, I don't think he does. This should be Tiger taking us all the way to a third map. And Train doesn't look a whole lot better for BREN. It looks a lot worse than what we've seen on this one here. I'm a little bit upset for them. I feel like they played the entirety of the first half of this so well.